Do your neighbors judge you when you run around like a madman to the mailbox? Are you spending the last of your paycheck on a book of stamps? Do you find yourself printing form letters at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, welcome to Autographers Anonymous.
Welcome to Autographers Anonymous, a place where we discuss our addiction to the greatest hobby in the world. Here are your hosts, Andy Summers, Chasen Inc., Mike the Godfather, and yours truly, Zane Savage. Let's start off with TTM of the week. Who won? Well, that'd be Jeremy F. Jeremy F. Congratulations. He got an Alex Ovechkin TTM, and it's pretty amazing. Here it is. So I have no idea how this got through to him, but it was 2 years ago that he wrote the TTM. So my guess is they brought some old mail in to get signed because they knew it was safe. But man, that is an amazing success. So congratulations, Jeremy. You are entered to win the big lot of prizes at the end of the season, which includes autographs from Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Nolan Ryan, Joe Namath, Sally Ride, Jim Irwin, Daniel Radcliffe, Bryan Cranston, and Bart Starr. So if you guys are interested in winning those, go ahead and send your entries. Just go to graphersaa.com, fill out the form. You have to have social media proof that you got the autograph in during the last 2 weeks, and you can win all that stuff. So enter now. All right, go to returns, Mike.
Okay, I'm interested in winning those prizes. No?
Well, you can't win.
No. You just said if I was interested. Anyways, all right. Had a decent week. Not a lot of stuff, but I'm starting to focus a lot more on autographs for Akir. But I did make some purchases for me. 2 that I kept out of a lot from 3 that I bought from our buddy Sid. Wrestling, Tracy Brooks. Ding.
Ding.
Ding. Angelina Love.
Oh, wait. Another ding.
There you go. Ding. Third one was Maria Kanellis. She's been sold. This one is one I've been chasing, and I actually bought a book, a signed book, because I got it for like $5. The Amazing Jonathan.
Oh, nice.
I love that guy.
Oh, I tried him TTM every which way, and I couldn't get it. And his health is not good, so picked that up for like $5. So
Noted.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. That is it for purchases. Got in some 4x6s. Mr. Tom Chambers.
That's a cool photo.
Yeah, great basketball. He has some pretty cool stuff. There with the Sonics. But, of course, if you've ever played a video game, NBA Live in the old Sega, you'll remember this dunk. He was unstoppable, but awesome. And signed a actual card. And
White man can drum.
Actual card in Andy Summers.
Wow.
Look.
Hold on. Can you bring that a little bit closer?
Normal size and everything.
Should allowing trading cards into your house now.
Either you're big hands or that's a big photo.
Well, hey.
Printing off cards now, guys.
Red Wings, Justin Abdicator, which is nice because they do autographs for a cause, which you have to pay. This was not part of that. He signed those. Star Wars Return, John Dykstra did a lot of miniature work. Here's just a cool shot with some of the Darth Vader prototypes, and did some work on the Star Trek movies. So got him. JFK Return, Michael Kurtz wrote book and signed on the back. And sign that, I guess. And then sign the Dealey Plaza on the back. Did agree to sign some 8x10s if I want to send to him again. This one is very cool. Tracked her down. She is going to be a NASA superstar. This is Alyssa Carson. And she has been to like every space camp imaginable, and will probably be one of the first people to venture off to Mars. Signed those. Also sent these cards. Her call sign is Blueberry. and she actually signed 4 of them. So those are for autographs for Akira. 8x10s. So I've been focusing a lot on 8x10s for autographs for Akira. Got these in today. Miss Carol Burnett. Lovely shot there from Mama's Family. Here's a cool one with Mr. Spock. And I thought this was just a cool shot. The old CBS studio. And an art shot with the late Lucille Ball.
Nice.
So those are available for autograph for Akira. I'll save that one for last. Got this guy in. Also, if you see 8x10s are for autographs for Akira. Henry Winkler.
Who we know is real.
Yep. Arrested Development. The Fonz. Hey, stay cool. Waterboy, Coach Klein, and he put some cool inscriptions on. This one is "You Are Powerful," and then this one, "Water Sucks." Hit up Kurt Angle. I paid the $5 fee because they sold so well the first time. This is what I got left, and like a purple paint pen. This one I'm probably keeping just because I like the shot and the inscription. This one is up on the website, Hall of Fame 2017, and from his last match, 2017. So that will be the last round I do with Kurt Angle. And this one I got in, and he's all over the forums because he's stopped signing because everyone flooded his address.
Yeah, what we'll talk about.
Alex Trebek. This is a 1973 shot. There's that one. And this is the one I'm going to keep.
I like that one.
The old
put that one
Jeopardy
up.
board. And the answers are all here, Alex Trebek.
Put that one
So
up. Put it on.
That
Put it
one
up.
Nope. Forgot to show these. The Fonz did send 2 postcards, extras. So that is all I have. Off to Let's Do Chase before Andy bogs us down with 10,000 returns.
All right. We got in, let's see here. I got 2 for Corey Snyder. I will be sending this one off probably next week to get Joe Carter. Let's see, got 3 in for Frank Tanana, and then he sends his religious card as well.
Wait, where's the one for your set, Chase?
Yeah,
I don't
where's the
see
Flair card?
See
Yeah.
that card. What's
Is it 91 Flair that you're
It's
missing?
going to have to go back out.
did
Oh.
Chase get
'Cause,
greedy?
He signed
Chase.
3 of 4, yes.
Chase.
Oh.
All right, I got
Rookie set mistake right there.
Tim Naring, Dennis Powell, signed 4. Got my cookie cards from Bobby Witt. Which another one, where'd he go? Bobby Valentine, for some reason, does not like signing cookie cards. I don't know. I sent both my Keebler cookies and my mother's cookies. Both of them came back not signed, but he signed the other cards.
You know, he's
Wilson
notorious for
Alvarez.
hating cookies.
Maybe. I don't know. Need a sunflower seed card or something.
Dude, you should send. Has anybody sent like those glasses, like the mustache and glasses disguised? Like he could sign the nose. Like that's an idea right there. Like he's
I don't know,
obviously.
I thought about getting like a fake mustache for Raleigh Fingers, like one of those on a stick.
Yeah, he probably. Raleigh would sign anything. You could send. No, well, I'm not going to say. I almost got dirty there. You could send anything to Raleigh and he'd sign it. Put it that way.
What, a porn stash? Is that what you're trying to say?
Rick
No.
Honeycutt.
Worse.
Let's see. Kurt Stillwell. Bob Tewksbury.
You know what? Someone just got Bob Tewksbury back and they had him inscribed at the Thinker. And he said he's never done that before.
Really?
Yeah.
One of one.
Yep.
Greg Gagne. Roberto Hernandez.
I think someone's been busy writing TTMs,
Yeah.
printing TTMs.
I'm not printing them.
Mhm.
Jeff, I got Jeff Kunkel when he sent his 2 extra testimonial cards.
You using your auto pen machine to write them?
Let's see. Kevin Elster. And that's how you know they're real, because they always sign sideways. If you see one straight across, question it. Harold Baines.
Hoffer.
Tom Grieve, which took 705 days.
He got
think
such a teeny little signature.
Well, I think I sent it off to him at the old stadium. I guess he was packing up his office, tossed it in a box, and maybe when he was unpacking for the new stadium, I don't know. I don't know why it took so long, but let's see. I also got these, which for Tim McIntosh, and I don't know what he signed these cards with, but they're very streaky and coming off. And I prepped that card, but you don't even need to prep these cards. And
Dude, it looks like those old school fat markers, like the
Yeah,
ones that
like-
smelled really bad.
like
Oh,
one
yeah.
of his kids' markers or something, because it's definitely not Sharpie.
There was a name for those too.
Yeah, I don't remember. They
It
smell
was an
horrible.
S. Yeah.
Garbage. That's what they're called. And then the last thing, I got this one in today. It's not signed, but I got a Q&A filled out by Brooks Robinson. So stay tuned for a future Q&A episode with that.
Cool. Very
Andy?
cool.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna try and narrow this down since I missed the last episode. So, and I'm gonna try my best here.
How much
All
of
right,
it was
we-
stolen?
Yeah, yeah. Just inside joke. I got a letter from the postal inspector saying that a bunch of my mail was stolen. So they're investigating, and hopefully someday I'll get it back. All right, let's start with the football sketches. I got one back, the simple one. I have no idea who it is because they never signed it. They filled out the play. So now I got to research the postmark and try and figure out who the hell did that.
That's when you're supposed to, like, on the back, write their name on like pencil so you can erase it.
Well, then they know that you're sending to multiple people.
Yeah. Well, I actually have a couple of secrets I used to do on manila envelopes, but that's another day. Next, Mike Shanahan, former head coach of Denver Broncos, just signed it. Simple. And he sent along in color 8x10 that's unsigned. Okay. Trying to figure this one out. Appreciate it. Next, Bobby Ross, who I believe was a college coach. He just sent the whole play sheet of like 3 pages of, and he made little check marks of which ones he liked. Next,
He didn't sign that one either?
no, he signed it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to go fast here. Bobby Bowden, sorry.
Oh God, that one's nice.
He went to town on that one.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
He's a
starting to
little
branch
stank.
off into college coaches. Coach
Legend.
John Fox, and that one. I forget who. Oh, Dick Jorgen. He just, I don't know. He photocopied or wrote at the bottom, signed the back of the. I don't know. I'm just gonna move on from that one. Wade Phillips, filled that.
That's a
It's
good
really
one.
thin Sharpie there. Pete Carroll,
Dang.
nice simple one.
Dude, you are racking up a collection, my friend. It's going to be
yeah.
worth a lot of money.
I'm trying my best here.
Dude,
Kevin Donnelly, who I believe was a college coach again, he filled out every goddamn inch and did 2 plays and wrote out each option. So if the quarterback goes this way, if the running back goes this way, he's supposed to go this way. And if the receiver goes this way and the free safety goes that way, he went to town.
dude, these poor guys are going to get flooded after our podcasts.
Next, I got my Bill Belichick back. 8x10, 10x8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
figured.
was not expecting
There's
that.
no way.
Nope. So someday when it comes up again for the case against, I got about 5 of these.
Good.
Different photos each time though, which is nice.
Yeah.
All right, now on to the other stuff, which I was really shocked I actually got him. But NHL Hall of Famer Raymond Bork signed 3 of 3 using
Nice.
that top secret home address finder.
Mm-hmm.
2 returns in 2 separate envelopes. Future Hall of Famer Adrian Peterson, who's been returning all his mail. One he tried to sign in silver, didn't work, so he wrote over in gold. But then he learned and wrote the other one in gold. So
It's always rough.
any Anthrax fans? Dan Spitz, signed 3 of 3.
So everybody let the post office know that Anthrax is being sent through the mail.
Yep. I actually got another Anthrax today, which I'm not going to show you. Sorry, you got to wait on that one. Golf, great. Fred Couples. 2 of 2.
Boom, boom.
Where is this? Winger. The drummer, Rod Morgenstein, signed a whole bunch of these and put a little post-it note.
Look at Andy with all the quality returns, man.
Nope, he didn't do that. Get the bell ringer ready. This was a project that me and the ghost, Stacy Spacey. Yeah.
Who?
Stacy Spacey.
Spacey. Schaefer was supposed to do like 5-6 years ago and never did it. Bobby Billard, her bench warmer cards. So I decided to send a couple of those out. Next, I was a huge fan of this band because I used to watch MTV at like 2 o'clock in the morning after a night out in high school, and they used to have weird videos. So I sent to this band, Nerf Herder. Has that band, the song Van Halen, signed by 2 of the members, and he added a bow tie to his shirt.
Nice.
And he sent a whole bunch of stickers and other pamphlet stuff. MMA, Nick Pace, signed that one. He wrote on my envelope, "You are the man," which I appreciated, and he sent me a nice note. Shooter McGavin, Christopher McDonald.
They still signing free?
He is. That one actually took 3 years, which I've gotten him back a lot sooner than that, but I don't know. They must have got caught up. Law Success, Alan Deal, signed that one. And he sent me a little knowledge on the back of my envelope to wash your hands.
You must have sent a dirty TTM.
He told me to wash my hands.
That's some stains on that thing.
Next, I got a RTS, which peed me off. I got this envelope. My envelope is this big. How do you think she fit this into this? She took it and just went like this and shoved it in, which totally bent everything that was in this envelope. Sent a nice note saying, "You got the wrong person," but I opened it and so sorry, but now everything in there has been destroyed. And I sent it to Cambridge, Mass, which is a very yuppie town around here, and she's probably about 150 years old. And just did that.
She destroyed like tens of cents of cards.
You know
that
what?
old biddy.
Yeah, I'm pee off. 4x6 returns. One of the original Rosie the Riveter, Eleanor Otto. I had sent to her because she appeared on the Ellen show. And this is, I don't know if Mike likes this, but it bugs the crap out of me because she signed on the back of this one.
Matt Peace.
But she is known because being Rosie the Riveter, she worked for Boeing for 50 years, and they laid her off at the age of 95. She's currently 100 years old and will be 101 in October, but that's her on the assembly line at 95 years old.
That's bullshit. That's,
yeah, probably.
There's no way.
But she sent me.
That's a photo op.
Wikipedia does not lie. And she wrote me a very nice letter in awesome handwriting for being 100 years old.
Dude, can you imagine getting a job at Boeing and you get on the line and you see a 95-year-old woman putting rivets on? You're like, what the hell, man?
Photo evidence right there.
Working circles around you.
Yeah, no, huh? Couple more book success. Elizabeth Smart came back. Sent her. I actually started reading this before I sent it, so I might actually have to read it. I mean, very courageous and powerful book, and what she had to endure. Signed it right there.
Some of the interviews she had to endure afterwards were crazy too. Like the freaking what's that one woman's name? The HLN lady, Nancy Grace. She asked some really terrible, like insulting questions to her. So yeah, she went through a lot.
Yeah, she did. All right, a few more. Next, the lead singer sent the. So I'm trying to stay organized. Brett Scallions, lead singer of Fuel, CD cover, sent me a long note, and everyone's favorite sent me 3 picks.
Nice.
All right, this one was funny to me. Dave Miller. He's a career minor. These took 3 years to come back. He wrote me a note that he took one of the cards for his own collection, and he asked if it was okay.
Say no. Write him back and say no.
But
Write
he
him
sent
back
me
and say no.
$1.
I'll send it back.
He sent me $1 to replace it, so I was quite happy.
Say these go for 10 on COMC. I'm sorry, my friend.
These
Send that card back.
probably go for, I don't know, pennies on the dollar.
I don't know. Some of those minor league cards, I mean, they get up there because they're rare.
Well,
Some
I
of
sent them 5 of them. So
okay, well, maybe they're not rare.
Couple more. Chris Ballo of one of my favorite bands in high school. He's the lead singer of President of the United States of America.
Oh, dude, yes. Peaches.
Peaches and
Lump.
Lump.
Yeah.
And he sent me a nice note with a little penis-looking figure.
Dude, that's awesome. That's one of my favorite bands back in the day.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
That's absolutely. A man with legs and feet. That's
yeah, it's a rocket ship, Andy. What are you talking about?
Let's go with that. Next band. I get his name. Richard Patrick, lead singer of Filter. Sign that one. Some stickers. I got a koozie, and he sent me a CD collection that's also signed with, I think there's like 6 CDs in there.
Nice.
All right, a couple more. Let me just ship those over. Everyone was getting these back because I think he's bored sitting at home because his convention schedule is wide open. Sensei Mountain Cove, signed from Rambo 2. He sent that one as the Sensei. Sent that one. And
good Lord.
Again, and that one.
Are you running autographs for here?
And that one. And a movie card.
Oh, make sure to make a success on Star Tiger. I get points.
Will do. Next, sent to Tony Sirico, Paulie Walnuts from Sopranos. He signed it, Paulie Walnuts, which I guess he's been doing lately. He doesn't sign his real name. He signed it there, and he signed on the back with the bada bing.
Yeah, because he, well, now not because of conventions, but he does the convention circuit, so.
He's doing like the alternate signature.
I think TTMs, he's doing the character name, and
that's smart.
Pay for it in person.
Yeah. We talked to Neri about that. I mean, that's a smart way to do it, or like a shortened signature even. Yeah, but makes sense.
All right, 2 more. This guy actually lives relatively close to me, and he's one of those guys that's always in a lot of movies in the background. Chris Cooper. That's him from Time to Kill. October Sky as the father. Again, October Sky, and one of the better Boston-based movies, The Town. Who's Ben Affleck's imprisoned father.
This is like a weird episode, dude. Like Mike's getting back cards, you're getting back 4x6s, and I have TTMs.
This is gonna be
This is weird.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah. I'm going opposite. All right, 2 more. This is Richard Tyson. I got more pictures. That's him right there. I believe it was Kindergarten Cop. What happened with this? He returned. Oh no, it's this one. He played Buddy Revell in 3 O'Clock High. These all got mangled, especially this one. See his face or his hair. He returned my letter in the envelope, and the envelope got wet, so the letter just completely stuck to it. So I had to peel them all off, so these all got kind of mangled.
The Boston weather.
Yes. And finally, this is one of my goof-ups of the world. I sent to Tress McNeely, who's the voice actress. I sent her this. She wrote it. Andy Nuts Chip did that. I don't know if she does the voice for Chip or the Squeals. But she's the voice of Donald Duck, and I accidentally sent her Minnie Mouse pictures by accident. So she signed it Donald Duck. Daisy Duck. That one and that one. So we all make mistakes.
Yeah, now you can do a map piece, though.
Yeah. Sure. And let's leave it at that. I'm sorry.
I just want everybody to know that Andy limited down.
I did.
His TTS.
Because I actually have an announcement for the end of the show.
Oh boy, he's retiring from TTM
I'm
stomping.
gonna make a YouTube video.
Gonna start a new
Did
set.
we already talk about this? Is that
Okay, so I have TTMs, folks. So I'm gonna. I know, it's amazing. I'm not gonna show you all my purchases. I'm just gonna show you a couple purchases and my TTMs. And I'm doing YouTube videos again. So if you're on YouTube, go subscribe to me. My link will be on the website. I haven't got it up yet.
You had a couple of days there, and then you just kind of fell off. Left me like
The
wanting
TTMs fell off, bro.
more.
I had a couple like failures, and I want some successes in the videos.
well,
So,
we want to hear failures too, man.
Well, I will. I mean, I don't want to make a video with just failures though. So first, I'll start off with one purchase, and I'll end off with a purchase because one purchase is pretty cool. The last purchase is amazing. So here's my first purchase, and it's check, and it's not even really signed. It has this autograph right there on the card, but this is a check to Bob James, and it's an actual White Sox check. They paid him for his services, so it's one of his personal checks that was written out to Bob James from the White Sox, and then his card is right there, and he signed it. I don't know how this got into a frame and got with a signed card and who did it. I don't know if Bob did it. I don't know if a family member did it. I don't know if a fan did it, but I just couldn't pass up having a check that was written out to a player from an organization. I thought that was really cool.
How much was it for, the check?
It was for, let's see, $540. So pretty cheap. Pretty cheap player.
I guess
it could have been for
the money.
You know, it could have been for services. I don't know.
Could have been mail money or meal money.
Yeah, per diem.
Yeah, it could be pretty. It could be anything. I don't think it's a check to, and it's not a contract check because there's not like Chase was saying there should be like it should show how much he paid and like taxes and stuff, and that stuff's not on there. It just looks like a flat out check. So had to pick that up. It was cool. So that was my one purchase I'm showing at the beginning. Let's get into TTMs. Got a response from Bobby Richardson, the TTM legend. And of course, if you're starting TTMing out, you got to write to Bobby Richardson. It's like a go-to. So I am starting a collection called the Archive Project. It's basically cards that have old designs of tops and new pictures. So it can't be it can't actually, sorry, I got something on my freaking camera. It can't be the old cards like reprinted. It has to be new photos on old designs. So anyways, he sent this. It's his own card, which actually fits in the Archive Project because I think it's like 66 or something. It's the same design. And he signed an index card, even though that was just protecting the card. I didn't ask him to sign it. And this is all for my daughter. All this is going into my binder for my daughter to be passed down to her later on in life. So that's this whole TTM collection and everything I'm showing in my videos is for her. Sent his flyer, which he sends everybody, but actually signed it on the back and wrote a really cool inscription. My whole career was with Mickey Mantle, and he put the years and signed it Bobby. That was awesome. Really happy with that. And then he signed my Topps Fan Favorites card, which is for the set right there with the inscription, which I asked him to inscribe every card. A lot of players haven't been inscribing it, especially the pay guys. They're not inscribing anything, even though I asked them to. Like, I'm like, it brings down the value of the card. Why wouldn't you? I don't know. They're just not reading the letters is what's happening. Then I got this on top, which is like a $10 to $12 card on its own, a 1963 Topps card, like an original card. So I got somebody else's Topps card. If you sent this into Bobby Richardson, I got it.
Suck it.
Yeah. So like, I was like, holy crap, like this is legit. And had really great inscriptions down there with 8-time All-Star, 5 times Gold Glove, 3-time World Series champion. So amazing return from Bobby Richardson. And then moving on, we have a Negro League success. This is one of the last living players. This is a private address that I actually made public on Star Tiger. So if you're a member of Star Tiger, you can write to him. He usually requests a fee, but he moved and nobody had written to him in a while. Robert Scott on a Ginter. This is part of my Allen and Artwork project. So everybody calls Allen and Ginter cards Ginter, and I want to give some love to Allen. So I'm using the Allen name for my project. So I'm calling it Allen and Artwork because I'm throwing in Diamond Kings and Collector's Choice and some other stuff. But really cool success from Mr. Scott. And then we got some pay cards. This is Raleigh Fingers. And I actually sent him 2 cards to get signed, and I sent him $20. And I guess his fees went up to 15, and he just took the other card and sent this one back signed. So I guess I paid 20 to get it signed for being greedy. But I guarantee you he didn't read my letter because he didn't inscribe it at all like I asked. And I got a damn good letter. I do say
Yeah,
something.
normally you get a free Hall of Fame on his.
Yeah, I was gonna
Dude,
say. I, mean,
I don't know
you
what
even paid extra.
I know. I don't know what's going on there. So then we got Orlando Cepeda, and he actually did inscribe it to Penelope, my daughter, and add the Hall of Fame year. Paid his fee, and I can't remember if I sent 1 or 2. I think I only sent this one because he's hard to get sometimes. He's very strict on his fee. So I have like 3 more cards I need signed by him. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. His fee's like $25. It's pretty high. So then I got this guy in, Mr. Juan Marichal. Thanks to Mr. Andy Summers who put the address on there. He's a 10 per, which is a great deal for Marichal. He's a Hall of Famer.
Everyone posted Marichal, so I get the points on Star Title.
Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely gonna post that success so Andy can get the points. But again, didn't inscribe it. I asked for everything to be inscribed to my daughter, and he didn't inscribe it. So he's probably just taking the money out and putting the signature on. So those are the TTMs I got in, and I got one big purchase to show you guys. Holy crap. I talked about this on the last show, I think, and I got it in within the last 2 weeks. Here it is. This is a 11 by 14 sketch by none other than Dick Perez. Bought this off his website. Guys, I can't stress this enough. This is only going to go up in value. It's a great investment. And I hate telling you guys because it's actually, I kind of want to be greedy and buy it all up myself. But his sketches like that go for around, on his website, are around $200. Some of them as low as like 100 something, I think, for like the minor players that aren't Hall of Famers. Just great deals. His watercolors are, in my opinion, I think they're the best looking, and they're 1,000. But man, like they're legit. They look just like the old Perez steel cards, just like them. And you could get a big ass watercolor, like original Dick Perez for $1,000. Again, that's a steal. Go check him out. DickPerez.com, I think it is. Just type in Dick Perez and Google and it'll pop up. But those are my returns. I'm sticking to limited purchases and TTMs from here on out. I'm head first into TTMs. I've got about 80 out there. So we'll see what comes back. All right. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to Market Watch. What you got, Mikey?
Alrighty, let's share some screens here. Sharing. All right, this week, market report, we're going to be talking about TTMers and addresses and etiquette in our discussion. So I thought I'd bring up some of the people that sign, don't sign, and look at what they're going for on eBay. First off, Miss Betty White, the lovely Golden Girl herself, Betty White, has really, I wouldn't say stop signing, but has reduced the amount she has signed. Look at these prices, $125 certified.
That's fake. That $35 one's fake.
Yes.
That's horrible.
I didn't say they were real. I just pulled up stuff that's...
But it has a COA that's with it.
Yeah, hologram.
Yeah,
hologram.
so what's your problem?
Mike's got a hologram.
Yeah, that's not my username, but anyways, no, she's been fantastic to the TTM world, but you know, obviously with successes being posted, her stuff gets flooded, and plus she's 90, 95, 96 years old.
Yeah, I think age is the main factor in this.
Yeah.
Plus, it shows that $35 one as a top-rated plus seller, right?
I don't know.
That doesn't mean anything.
I know, but it's just funny.
It just means they sell a bunch of junk.
Yeah, that's
to people that don't know. But
right.
Somebody got a guitar sign, $480 best offer. So
they sent that
cool.
pick guard in. They didn't send the guitar. They sent the pick guard.
Right.
Yeah. So next one, she is one that was a good signer and has stopped. You now have to purchase stuff off her website. But Barbara Eden, I dream of Jeannie, and this is what happens when addresses get flooded. But you can see why, because for 8x10, $80, $100 best offer. Ooh la la!
Where's that ding?
$199.
What? I guess some ding going on. There we go.
There you go. And $40 down here. So you can see why, dealers or whoever turn them into profit. Get them for less than $10 shipped and turn around and sell it for $80, $85.
Yeah, that's why Huey Lewis just stopped signing.
Yep, he's another good one. Speak of somebody we talked about, Tommy Lee. He stopped signing, but then he picked back up. But
I knew it would.
Yeah, he's another one that has signed through the mail. But you can see why people like this stop, because somebody sends in, Allen and Ginter card and turns around and sells it for $50. Yeah, I can almost guarantee that's a TTM right there.
100%.
Yep. There's a 4x6 that is not mine, but $13. But I can guarantee that one is TTM. Another person who has started to charge, who was almost guaranteed, Tommy Chong of Cheech and Chong, and you can see why. Again, people getting $60. That's 11x14, so that's probably not a TTM. Those are certified. But I'm guessing probably the dollar is either in person or TTM, because people send stuff like that TTM and turn around and sell it for $30.
And a lot of this is tied to the pandemic. When our pandemic episode was wrong in a lot of ways, but in the one way it was right was all the IPers and people that needed a new income level, like they went to TTMing, and all these groups started posting successes and addresses. And when you post a success and an address in a large group, that's when the flooding really happens. That's Facebook, those Facebook eyeballs, that people that don't even type in chat and make a comment, they write to them. So that's how this stuff is getting flooded.
Yeah.
There was a big boost in TTMing because of the pandemic.
Let's get back to, here we are, Tommy Chong. Andy Summers' favorite person, Sandy Koufax, does not sign TTM unless you get extremely lucky.
Like their old refusal.
But he's RTS, and you can see why his prices, he doesn't sign. So if you can get lucky though, because it does happen. I'm proof of that.
You just have to make yourself look like a bill.
Well, he's a huge. If you're in the military, that's an angle that you can go with. Gotcha. He's a big military supporter.
If you can get him to open it up, because usually it's just RTS. But yep. Another person who just flat out refuses mail 99.9% of the time, Joe Namath. And again, you can see why his prices are that way, because he does not sign through the mail. He's extremely tough, and so that drives up his price. You're going to pay $180 for a slab from Beckett.
Just buy a book for $50.
Yep, exactly. Make a map piece.
Yep.
Here's one that I think will eventually get shut down, because he's the king. If you send Richard Petty something, he will sign it. But again, this is what's happening. I'm guessing probably most of these are TTMs and just got certified, because he will sign everything. But you're looking at 45.
Yeah, I think recently he's been narrowing it down to one per. I mean, still he signs. You send it, he'll sign it. And
he will never stop signing. Apparently, he said he's gone on record as saying he will always sign autographs. Now he may limit it, but he will always sign.
Here's a little tidbit. You know why his autograph is so big and long like that?
Why?
Because
dirty joke.
No, because he once said that it gave him more time to sit and talk to his fans as he signed in person.
Oh.
Instead of just scribbling something, then the next person would come. He would actually sit there longer and actually have a conversation.
His son's is the same way. Kyle, his is big and squirrely and loopy. And
excuse me,
big and long.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Those NASCAR folks.
Big old
not as good as Dad.
Ones.
Ooh, sorry.
Moving on.
Must be genetic.
Somebody we're going to talk about later in the show, Tim Allen, who was pretty much guaranteed to sign, but again, this is what's happening. Turn around $40, $20, 13, get it certified, jacks up the price. And last one, look at these prices. Alex Trebek just posted on social network that he has too much mail and won't be signing stuff for a while. But this is what happens. Somebody says they're not feeling good, health reasons. The address gets posted and boom.
Dude, Facebook groups were crazy with Trebek's. Like, I'm not even in a lot of autograph Facebook groups, but his stuff was getting posted every day.
Yep. And it's the picture he posted. It's nothing but boxes of Funko
Pops. It's all
Yep.
Pops.
Yep. But people are turning around and selling them for, $125. They're probably not getting that. They're probably getting, I'd say close to 100.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't fault them because I did the same thing. I sold mine.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's good money, but like the problem is the leak of information, like people not having to work for the information. We'll talk a little bit about that. That's kind of why we talked about these guys that were on the cusp of not signing or stopped signing due to flooding. But is that it?
That's it.
All right, let's move over to the Via Venue report. What you got, Chase?
All right. Let's see. There are more and more conventions starting to pop up, but less and less people signing at them. So private signings.
Yep.
There you can go Facebook groups for private signings. There's some right now. If you go to Celebrity Private Signings, it's the group name. There's Uma Thurman, Walton Goggins, Mickey Rourke, Melissa Gilbert, Jimmy J.J. Watkins. I mean, they're all signing. So,
yeah, it's a good way to go if you need a piece for sure signed. Feel better sending it through the mail, paying for it. That's a good way to go. So, all right.
You're not going to mention the Pete Yokovich signing?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Clue Haywood.
How much?
I think it was
60. I think
60 for cards and pictures. I think.
Is he signing major league stuff?
Yeah, if you don't know, Pete Yokovich is the guy. He was a major league pitcher for the Cardinals and Brewers, I think, but he played Clue Haywood in the major league movies. So
I wonder if your letter maybe made him change his mind.
Change of
You could have changed the course of history here, Mike.
And he's a very difficult guy to get.
Yeah, very difficult. $60 is probably worth it, especially if you got a really good item for Major League. So let's move on to our topic, which is address etiquette. We've hit some of these subjects randomly, but this is a collection of our thoughts on address etiquette. First, we're going to talk about public, private, and pay. So these are the different kinds of addresses that you're going to run into TTMing. Public is stuff that's in forums, stuff that's out there and about, free. Maybe on, Facebook. I guess Facebook pages count now, even though a lot of people break the rule that we'll talk about later. And private would be stuff that you research yourself. So stuff that's you can't find an address for somebody, you get creative. And you find an address, whether it's their address or another address, just of something that's related to them. And again, we'll talk about that in a bit. And then pay addresses. So we're talking about Star Tiger mostly, but there are other private address, lists and stuff that you can pay for.
Card network.
Yes, yeah. So those are the two main ones, though. Used to be a lot of lists out there, but with social media the way it is, me and Mike can attest to this. You can't keep your stuff private. Once it's out there, it's out there. So that's kind of people that do lists. It's a headache. You can't keep your stuff in house. And Star Tiger has that problem too. And I guess we can talk about that now. Don't cross your streams. We'll put it that way. If an address is public, you're good. If it's on a forum, you can share that address. It's common knowledge. You can Google it and it's there. If it's private, I think you can share it. If there comes a question of flooding, if it's a big enough person, you're going to get flooded and that address is going to die fast. So you have to make that decision. I found the private address for Robert Scott. I decided to share it because it's not going to get flooded, and people might want to know what it is. So it was a choice that I made. Actually, it's not public. I should say that it's now pay, so it's on Star Tiger. It's pay, but it's now out there. And then there's pay, which I think that's a line that you definitely should not cross. If you're paying for an address, don't give it out for free. Urge people to sign up for the same service. And the reason is the more you support those services, the better they get. And those services are a huge factor in TTM. They're a huge tool, not just for addresses, but for photo like authentication, for self-authenticating things, to have photos to check. People post in persons on those websites. Star Tiger is the main one we're talking about here. How do you guys feel on that? So public, you can share. Private, it's your choice, but you got to be smart about it. And pay, you got to toe that line. Just don't. It's pay. It's private property kind of.
Yeah, I would agree, because I know, like, if I find an address, I eventually will post it, like, on Star Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting my set cards first,
Right?
Because I don't want that window to shut and I not get my cards. But yeah, I post them on Star Tiger and
Get those points.
oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything there. There's no such thing as a private address. It's all out there. It's just not published on the paid sites. You got to put in the effort to find it.
But we'll talk about shining light. You're shining a light on it, is what you're doing.
Sure. So I don't think there's anything private about it. I personally don't post stuff on Star Tiger. It's a service I pay for.
Mm-hmm.
They're not paying me to put stuff on their site, and I use it as a tool, absolutely. But
I'm gonna win those giveaway items.
I don't win anything, so so I use the service and I pay for it, and I get what I pay for. If they want to pay me, I'll put in more effort. I guess that's just
what about small guys? What about the small guys, like a player that played back in the 80s that like played for 2 years?
His stuff's out there. If I can find it, Joe Blow that needs it for a set can find it.
Mr. Curmudgeon over here.
Do some work, man.
Well, yeah, to each their own. I mean, I'm not saying you have to share.
Yeah.
It's a choice. That's what I said, as a choice.
That's more work. That's
okay. You're missing out on the points, not me. What do you think, Andy?
Well, probably that stack I went through earlier that wasn't the football sketches. Probably 85% of those are addresses that I found on my own.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot of those addresses that are on Star Tiger for like the bands are for like their management companies, their touring company. And so I put the time in to find their home address, did the research, and there is a lot that goes into finding an address. It's not just click here and there and boom, it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually have to verify it before I send it because a lot of times they'll list like family members,
mm-hmm.
and I'll double check. Oh, he's still married to such and such, and she's listed, so I know that's a good address.
Right.
I have been putting a few addresses on Star Tiger. I just do it to kind of keep track for myself.
Right.
So if I do get an RTS, then I know when I send it out again, then I get it. If I get another RTS, I know, I already used that one, so I can't use it again because I don't want to waste it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you can add your addresses to Star Tiger and not make them public. A lot of people don't know that. You can have private addresses on Star Tiger where nobody can see it. And what I do is I put all my private addresses on Star Tiger where nobody can see it. And if I decide that address is not going to get flooded and it could actually be useful, that's when I make it public. So I use Star Tiger just to keep track, like an inventory of what I send off to begin with. So the address is already in there. It's just the fact of making it public.
Yeah, I've put a bunch on there where, like, if I'm testing out like private addresses that I found and it comes back, sorry, wrong person,
mm-hmm.
I'll put that on Star Tiger so people know, hey, if they're looking and find this address, it's not the right person.
Right. I do the same and make that public so people won't try it and mess up. Yeah.
But I mean, Mike makes a great point. I mean, you're paying and you're contributing.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's you're getting access to a community is what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Well, like I upload photos all the time, and the only reason is like I authenticate almost solely based on Star Tiger photos.
Yeah, everything I get in, I put the photos on there. I scan them in, put them in.
Yep.
Because it also works as kind of like a backup for you as well.
You can see all your autographs. Yeah.
Yeah. Your house burns down or something. You got a list right there for insurance.
Right. Yeah, you do.
Well, yeah, I know. Likely of getting paid for them is not.
You don't get collectible price. It's what you paid for the item, unless you get a collectible rider or something. There's actually a company that insures collectibles, but I'm sure they're sky high.
I can't wait to post my Picasso return on Star Tiger, just in case.
That's funny. All right, let's move on to contentious topic, which is work addies and home addies, which has caused a lot of strife on social media lately. This is writing to places where maybe somebody's works at a car dealership, somebody is a realtor, somebody works at a butcher shop, or writing to just their home address sometimes can get you in trouble with them on social media, and writing to their mom, writing to their dad, writing to their brother. Sometimes it's an accident. I will say, doing private addresses, sometimes you accidentally send to those places because they're connected to that person. That will happen. Sometimes it's on purpose. So where are our ethics sitting with doing that? Because you don't know going in. You're taking a risk, guys.
It's fair game. Everything is fair game.
It's a letter. What harm does a letter do?
No,
and they're gonna be like, what harm does a restraining order do?
Yeah. No, I brought up this subtopic because not by name, but I've been called out on social medias from some professional wrestlers lately because I do a lot of research on private addresses. It's part of the fun for me. It's not, I'm not trying to be stalkerish or anything like that. It's just I'm trying different avenues because you can't write to WWE headquarters and get your mail forwarded. It's a dead end. Right. So, and they're not signing via venue. Some people will sign through, the performance center, but you gotta be creative with some of these people.
There's no venues now.
Right. So, I've been called out, not by name, like I said, but I know they were directing it at me because it was my letter that caused a shitstorm. Right. That because I wrote to their home, and there's people on both sides of the fence. Some people are like, other wrestlers are like, you're famous, deal with it. You're going to get it. Some people are like, that's our home, that's our sanctuary. So there's a fine line as far as the talent goes. For me, this is what I do. It's a letter. All I'm doing is sending you mail based off information that I can find on the internet.
Anybody can find.
Right. So I don't think it's an invasion of privacy. I have no problem if I can find that you're working. I think it's Andre Dawson is a mortician down in Miami. You can find his home address easy, but places like CNN have done stories on him because of Corona or whatever. But if that information gets put out, in a public forum, news outlets, news stories, whatever, I'm going to use that, and I use it to my advantage. That's
well. Let's make this a little harder. So what about if they make it publicly known? let's make it. They publicly say, I don't like stuff being sent to my home address. You still going to send to the home address?
You got to have a thick skin if you're going to be a autograph collector, because you're going to get rejection letters. And the only reason I know that I got called out on social networks is because I follow these people, and I followed the comments. And if you read the comments, it was 99% of the people aren't collectors. So they're like, oh my God, they do that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was just nothing but, I can't believe they do this. But every once in a while you'd have one person be like, what's the big deal? Yeah. But as a collector, yeah, if Alex Trebek says I'm not signing via my home, but his address is still out there and I need to add him to my collection, I'm still gonna send to him.
That's great. Okay.
Look at your hat, man. I'm the biggest a-hole out there because I'm a collector, because I want it for my collection. So
Gotcha.
Maybe I don't see that they say I don't want it there because I don't spend all my time on social
Maybe
networks.
you don't see it.
Maybe I don't see it.
I just pretend I don't see it.
I didn't see you raise your fee. I had no
No.
idea you raised your fee.
I put that in my letter. I don't know how much you charge. Here's $10. Your fee's $50.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea.
Mm.
It's so inconvenient.
See, my philosophy is the person is going to lay his head down on a pillow someplace each and every day, and just finding that address where they do that is my number one priority when tracking down someone. I don't care if it's, the ex-wife's
And that's
house,
when I
their
go to
kid's
their
house. Yeah.
That's creepy, Andy.
Done into a schizophrenia woman that lives an hour away. Yeah, I'm a little nervous on that one. But you know what? That's the fun of it. You got to find that place where they lay their head down each night. And hopefully you catch them while they're there.
It's not even where they lay their head down. It may be where they go their 9-to-5 job. Sometimes you have to be a little more creative than he plays for this team, so I'm sending the stadium.
Larry Bird goes to Starbucks every day. I'm going to send to that Starbucks.
That's better than sitting
Hey, Larry,
outside
here's a
of
coffee
Starbucks.
and a piece of mail that was sent to you.
If
somebody's venue then?
If somebody's
would
working
be.
at Target and and you starts getting flooded and he gets fired because you're sending autographs.
That's not my problem, Chase.
That's their fault for hiring a celebrity.
Well, that's what
the guy from Trader Joe's, the guy from the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
He was a cashier and
Jeffrey Godfrey.
But that was because somebody did a story on him and said, he's out of the limelight, and he put themselves back in the limelight by doing a news story, and that information got out. Of course, people are going to send to him.
Right.
Jeffrey Owens.
Yeah, and then he got a job with Tyler Perry, so good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I would draw the line where people will say, please don't send mail here. I would say, okay, I won't. But I'm not, I don't know. I guess I'm just not as aggressive on trying to get the autograph because I'm more of a pay guy. I'm willing to shell out some money if I have to. I give up at a point. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to buy this. So I guess I'm just a little less, I have less of a strong will than you guys. How do you feel, Chase?
Well,
go ahead, Andy.
I'm sorry. Just one example is remember the wrestler Haku from WWE, but it's really WWF to me. He was an auto mechanic for a Toyota dealership.
He owns the business. He
owns it now, or
he owns a car dealership.
Yeah, he used to send there, and he used to sign, and then he stopped.
Yeah,
because I think just because people got
that was his 9-to-5 job, and he's not Haku there. I forget his real name. It's some long name, but I think he was trying to separate the two personas there.
Right. Chase?
Yeah, I mean, I will send, but if they say, don't send here, I'll respect it. I won't send back. But if they don't, I mean, it is fair game. But
man, Mike and Andy are assholes.
Damn right.
All right, let's move on to our next subtopic because we're running a little short on time. Asking for addresses. This is just basically for us to bitch about you guys. So, whenever somebody posts an address or doesn't post an address, posts a success and says private address, respect it. Just respect it. Don't message and go, addy. Not cool. Not cool. No, we're not going to give you the addy if you do that. So
I'll just give one word of advice. If you're going to, I stopped posting on social network because of this.
Right.
Because I post a picture and nobody has conversations anymore. It's not, hey, great success.
What can I get?
Address. That's all they put.
Yeah.
One, introduce yourself, say please and thank you, something other than one word. If you're going to ask, try and strike up a conversation in a private email or something. I was more than happy to help. I used to do it all the time. I have no problem if someone can come to me and say, hey, I'm a big fan, I'd love to add this person to my collection. Can I please have the address? Sure, here you go. But when I'd ignore all the addy.
Yep.
That's what it got down to. ADDY. Really? Yep. Four letters?
Yep.
No.
And sometimes you get that, is this right? Is this right? Is this right? Is this right? And they just keep sending you messages like, dude, I got so much stuff to do during the day that like I can't be responding to like yes, no, yes. At that point, it's more annoying like than just Addy, because then you're actively messaging. I don't know. It's do the research. If it's private address, it may be easy to find. It's most likely not hard to find. Like do some research and try out an address. Like be courteous, people. Be courteous.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like when you type. How long does it take you to type Addy with a question mark? Probably a whole 3 seconds. But for me to go find that address, it took me. I mean, I'm really good, so it only took me like 5. Now I'm like, if it takes me, 20 minutes, 45 minutes, like when I found the OJ one, that took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours to really.
Right.
The way I did it, I did a crap load of research,
right.
and a lot of time on that one. It worked out, but I just posted it just to prove a point, saying, hey, if you put the time in, you try different creative ideas, you can find anyone.
Fake.
Yeah. And sure enough, I actually got a message today on Facebook from that post from 2 years ago, and someone asked, hey, did you ever get them back?
Yep.
And is this the address you used?
Yep.
Just out of the blue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, but you're not going to get them now. I mean,
No.
it's been too long. I got it like right when he moved in.
Right.
It was just timing on that one. But so I mean, if it takes me that long to find an address and it takes you 4 seconds to write and ask, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you.
Yep. You learn how, you guys, if you're a TTMer, you should learn how to find addresses. It's kind of part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is. And even if you're subscribed to Star Tiger, you can be a TTMer and just feed off to Star Tiger, and that's fine. But if you want to write to people that aren't somebody that everybody else is getting back, you got to learn how to do private addresses. And it's not that hard nowadays. It used to be a lot harder.
And make connections in the community. Like this group talks all the time offline. It's not just we come on the show and we talk. I mean, we message each other all the time
every day.
And we share addresses if we get successes.
Right.
Just make those personal connections. That's part of the hobby, and that's very lacking in the hobby on the social networks these days.
Act like human beings.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on.
But Mike's definitely true. I mean, if we find something and we post with our message system that we use, I mean, I have no problem sharing with anyone that's viewing here.
Yeah, for real.
But the other two people that don't show up, they're not getting jacked.
I know Troy.
Ghost in the air.
If it's a public address, Troy's been posting them on his videos. So
right.
But he does it right. I mean, he doesn't post paid sites.
Right. No, if it's a public address, he posts them. So
for sure,
he follows the rules.
Yep. I think everybody should follow the rules best they can.
Well, I know I've seen some people take actual screenshots from Star Tiger and post them on Facebook groups. And I know reading on Star Tiger, people have been reporting them. Now, I don't know if they've been banned or anything's happened to them. I don't know that.
They should be. If they're going to do that, they should be. And they'll probably just make another account and sign back up. But, that's part of running an address website. It's not fun. That had to be a crackdown on that crap, right, Mike? All right. Well, let's move on to flooding and killing addresses. So this is the last subtopic for the address etiquette. This happens all the time, mostly with private addresses that get blown up on social media. Actually, lately, it's been people that have signed for years. Somebody will get a pop sign. Like if somebody gets a pop sign, it's game over. That address is dying because everybody's pop's getting sent to them.
Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus was the big one. There was recently a Hall of Famer that got posted. I'm like, oh no. I forget who it was. Once somebody that has signed all the time gets posted on there, especially with the pop, it's gone.
Yeah, now you got those pop collectors trying to jump in on that bandwagon.
Yeah, and it's one thing to open your mailbox and have a bunch of letters. It's another thing to haul home boxes and boxes of pops. That's a whole nother game.
I was going to say it's more of a bitch to send them back. I mean, you got to have to put them back in the box, probably put the packing peanuts still back in there, put the box, then tape it, then have to lug those off.
Everyone sends them flat, so it's just like signing getting a 11 by 14 or 8
Not
8x10.
everybody's sending them flat.
No, not
No.
everybody. Some of them actually send them full pop in the box, everything. The
I
ones
did
I've
that.
sent, I've sent flat. I flatten it out, and
Which is smart. That's the way to do it if you're going to do it, but not everybody's smart.
But
Yeah, I'm not.
Not
that's
everybody's
just big
smart.
money. It's, yeah,
Right, Andy?
It's just
I only
big
got
money.
one out there. One. All right.
I would highly recommend if you are sending pops out, send a paint pen. You don't want them signing in Sharpie. I've learned
And
that.
if you're, and for the love of God, have them personalize it so they don't know. I don't know. I guess that's not as big. That's not what we're talking about here. But like, it's super obvious when you say sign this and put your character name. Like, you're gonna sell that. It's what you're gonna do. Mike's like shaking his head over there. Is like,
Yeah,
I
it's-
disagree. Do what you want to do. But I don't know. Like, if you're sending something like that, I just feel like it's really obvious that you're cashing in on that person. If you send
So-
those items that go for premium prices.
So how soon is too soon to resend to someone?
Yeah, so that kills too. Like, I don't know if an address has ever been killed by one person sending multiple times. You guys think that's happened before? Like somebody sends and then sends within a month?
I've heard of letters coming back saying, "Hey, I just signed for you," from people.
Well, I've pissed off people. Red Shandy's told me to never send to him again. Gerald Ford said, "I'll never sign for you again." That's happened, but it was just for me. I didn't kill their address.
Right? No, that was, I don't know.
But I guess it could make somebody mad enough. I mean, you might get backlash, but I don't know if it'll kill the address. Now, sending like 20 cards, I think that would be more likely to kill the address.
I've had some addresses or returns come back and say, please don't share the address. I totally respect that. I have no problem keeping it private. They send
1
my
year
stuff.
later, Mike's like, I'm sending to it again.
Here's a thank
He
you.
didn't share it.
Thank you for signing my stuff. Sign 4 more cards for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you got some people out there who only sign one per, and they played for a lot of years and have a lot of cards out there. So
Yeah,
And
you got to send to them multiple times.
You
I
know
would
what?
just say space them out.
No, the secret to that: throw cash in. Just
Yeah.
do it. Just throw that's what I do. I mean, instead of paying the 1 per, like I'm gonna try it with Rick Cerrone. I mean, he's 1 per.
Right.
I'm seriously gonna throw like $20 in and like 8 cards and be like, can you just bang these out? Because it'll save me money in the long run from having to keep sending to you.
Yeah. Let me know how that works, because I've still got a few for him.
Yeah. But that's been on my to-do list for about 6 months. So
well, you got to be truthful with these guys too. We've talked about before. Don't lie in your letters. Don't like make an alternate identity and send as that identity.
Hey, they'll call you out. I've had people contact me on Facebook that I sent to.
Yeah. So just be truthful. Say, hey, I wrote to you recently, but I found some more stuff. And the money thing is a good idea. If you got some money laying around to throw their way, do it.
Especially for sets too. Just be honest. Be like, hey, I'm working on the set. You got 8 cards. Sign them, please. Most guys will do it. But the thing on flooding, the windows, I've addresses have been, flooded. I miss out. Either you get it or you don't. That's it's pretty simple. So take advantage of it when it's open, and if you miss it, too bad. Next.
I mean, we've flooded address. I whenever we had our old community YouTube, I mean, we would flood stuff. Like even our private address websites. I mean, you're talking like a few hundred people maybe that like were looking at it. It would get flooded just from those people.
Oliver Stone, we killed him.
We killed all. Yeah, no, he's dead.
He's dead. Oliver Stone is dead.
Yep. Yeah, and Stephen King, and like we back in the day, we axed a lot of addresses because of the private address website, because it got out there.
But you got to take advantage of it, because get why the getting's good, and it's like the Trebeks. I mean, sorry if you missed out. But people that are on top of it got them in the collection, and you do what you want with them.
You can always pay. That's part of the hobby.
If you
that's why I sit on it. You can always
if you
pay
missed
for what
out
you want.
like me, you're gonna go to Autographs for your cure.
Yep. Bargain history.
Actually, I don't.
Nobody talks about my store. Everybody talks about this cancer stuff. Nobody talks about my store. Bargain history. Let's give me a little publicity. That was charity crap. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
No, you're not. No.
We go to bargain history. Okay, let's move on. We're running a little low on time. So moving on from the topic, we're going to the giveaway, and the giveaway winner for the last episode was JS. Congratulations, Jay. You won the, speaking of charities, autographs for a Cure shirt. Mike's holding it up there. It's beautiful. So that'll be
Beautiful.
in your way. Congratulations. And let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and read off what he put as the answer to our question. What is the most you have paid for an inscription? And if you have never paid, what is the most you would pay? He put the respect of my wife. Does that count? It does. You won. Congratulations. Congratulations. We'll move on to the new giveaway, which is for this week. If you want to enter, just go to graphersaa.com, fill out the form, and answer the question. And we're giving away that Brooks Robinson Hall of Fame card right there. Mike is holding it up. And that was donated by Slab City. Slab City Sports Cards and Collectibles. Go check them out. They actually will get your stuff certified for a fee. It's a cheaper fee than you would regularly pay for. Is he still a PSA or did he switch?
So far, it's all PSA.
PSA.
It's our friend Garrett and Tiffany over at Slab City. You can find them on the website, Graphers AA.
Yep, there's a link on our website, so just go to graphersaa.com and click Slab City. That'll take you to their page. Anyways, they donated that, and that will be going off to somebody who wins this giveaway and answers this question. What is the best private address that you found? And just go ahead and put the address down. You don't have to put the address, but just tell us who it was, and we'll pick a winner, and you can win that Brooks Robinson Hall of Fame postcard.
Should they add if the person got a success from that too?
Oh yeah, it has to be a success. I mean,
Okay.
I could give you a million private addresses I found that didn't work. It has to be a success. So, or I guess if you have never got a private address, maybe one you've tried from somebody else. I don't know. Be creative with it. We pretty much accept all answers. So, as you just saw. Moving on, we're going to move on to the case against.
The case against
Tim Allen. And Mike's going to have some photo evidence here for us now.
Alrighty. Sharing screens again. Timothy Michael Allen. I don't know if that's his middle name. Tim Allen.
I think his name is Dick Allen.
Richard Tim Allen. All right. So there's been a lot of talk in the social networks about Mr. Allen and his awesome autograph. It's fabulous. This is PSA DNA. Look at that. Spike. Little scribble. Yep. Okay.
That's actually a good one too.
Yeah, solid.
That's not too bad. So this is certified. Mr. Toolman. Let's move on to PSA number 2. Spike. Some little dribbles here.
Tiny curls.
But take a look at the slants on the spikes. Kind of leaning a little bit to the right there.
Hey, some people can't help it.
Hey, let's look at Beckett.
Well, I think he's left-handed. That's why.
Another certified Buzz Lightyear, voice of Buzz in the Pixar movie. Spike, little dribbles here.
In the purple. Nice.
In the purple. Yeah, not too bad. Second one. Now this one is certified by Beckett also. Now the spikes are getting a little fatter. Little dribble here. If you notice on the first couple, very pointy, little fatter. So I don't know if there's a difference between Beckett's and PSAs, because the two PSAs very pointies. Beckett certified the fat.
I can almost tell you that's
Point on that
probably
one.
an IP, maybe that they held out there. Maybe that's why they're fatter. I don't know.
Okay.
Just a guess.
So I found this one. I couldn't find really any certified card from like a pack pulled product. I think this is a custom that somebody did.
That's a book cut right there from Hanks.
No, it's certified by Beckett, so it's a nice card. Tom Hanks, that's nice. But very pointy. No second point. Kind of got
And they should have used.
I'm surprised that got certified.
Yeah. So different, but the slant on the point,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is consistent. That's probably
characteristic. This is one you don't see very often. This has got to be an earlier signature, but the full name. This is what you see: Tim and the Allen spelled out. But check out the points and the slant to the right.
Is it got some auto pen shakiness there, or am I just seeing in something? Like it just, I don't know. It's got some weird shakiness to it.
I see some shaky in there, but I don't know.
I don't know,
Because
man.
he's left-handed. How many times am I going to tell you?
I
Maybe
should be able to sign an autograph normal.
maybe the picture was on top of something that was rigid or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's an auto pen. No, it's not an auto pen. I don't think it's just weird.
Yeah.
He does have a preprint autograph out there. I don't know if you got a picture of it or not, but
I don't think so. But kind of full name: TTM. Spike.
Tiny curves.
Tiny. Got the I in the Tim, and the Allen spikes again. Now we get into the TTM. Almost everyone has this in their collection if you've written Tim Allen. Now this kind of looks like the card autograph, where you got the one spike and the kind of humps at the end.
Tiny curves.
Tiny curves, spike, tiny curves. So there we go. Let's go on to the TTMs that have been coming in recently. Now, this is why we brought this up. Fat little curves here into a fat higher spike. Ugh. This one.
Consistent too. That's one thing. It's consistent, which is alarming.
And I mean, this is wow. Okay. And last one here. This was a recent TTM. Getting a little better. Tried the slant here, but fat spike trailed off at the end. So what you're looking at, let's go back. I think this is pretty consistent with his TTMs. If you sent this to him prior to COVID, I think where you start seeing the changes in the TTM is when COVID hit and the address got flooded. You went from this signature to this, to this, and this.
Yeah.
You can definitely see the difference. Spikes, pointy, fat, ugly.
I should say I don't mean curl. I meant curl at the end of the T. You see little curls, and they're not, and it's not on all of them. I'm not saying it's super consistent, but if I was buying a Tim Allen signature, I would look for the curls because almost all the authentic ones I've seen have had curls. There are a few that are authentic that don't have them, but it's a good tell.
Yeah.
And like you said, the spike, I mean the slant, all those things need to be there.
Yeah, if I'm looking at something Tim Allen, I'm looking for a slight slant to the right and something spiky that comes to a point on either the first or it used to be the first and second, very, very spiky. If you're getting this, I'll save my judgment towards the end, but you can definitely see the difference from that TTM, which everyone got, to this TTM, which everyone has been getting. So that is my photo evidence. So anybody else want to pipe in?
One of the things.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
One of the things what I see is like the first big spike is obviously his T, and the last big spike is the A for the Allen. So sometimes whenever you don't get the second big spike, it's like he's just signing Tim. You get the T, and then you get the little squiggle, and then you get the A. Older autographs, you'd get maybe a little squiggle or another line after the A, where it'd be like the Allen. Older, like way back, you would like get that. Some, like that. You'd get some spelled out, like the whole Allen. Those are very rare, especially now.
Yeah, and he's been a TTM legend for a long time.
And this year, like early COVID, I got his return back, and they all look different.
Yeah, and
But-
he does sign different.
So
Yeah,
and I'll just kind of show off some of those. Here is what
I
I
noticed
call
that too.
just a Tim signature. You got, the spiky T
mm-hmm.
and a
Slanted.
little squiggle for the M. This one, still the Tim, but it's a little different than the other one. And then this one, I get the Tim with the A. But one of the things on these, they're all, the T is connected
And you got
on
the
every
curl.
one of them.
You got the
Right.
curl on that one.
So you're saying there's different forms of it. I don't know if, because it's Disney, he put the Allen, or I don't know.
I think
I don't know what the
okay.
difference
So
is on them.
you guys are about to experience this, but I'm actually gonna send some flyers around to these guys to get signed. So we have some promotion flyers to give out TTM, and I signed my name about 250, 300 times, and that's not much. People sign a lot more than that at once. And your signature like if you're flying through stuff, dude, it's gonna vary. Like you're not gonna have a consistent signature. You're just kind of boom, 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 boom. And the way he does his mail, I'm guessing he's just flying through it. That's why his signature's devolved over the years, because he was consistent.
I didn't keep track of what order I sent him in, just to see if how it changed. Like when I send my cards out and I post it on Star Tiger, I write in there the order of cards they're in the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
So when they come back, I can see the variation, on it.
Right.
But I didn't for the photos.
He's one of those guys. He's not like a baseball player, though, dude. He gets so much more mail than baseball players.
Oh, right.
So.
No, I'm just saying I didn't know if how it changes as it goes,
Like he probably has a totally different process. He probably has his secretaries put the mail out on a table, and he just goes through and plows through it. That's what I'm guessing.
And one thing that I couldn't find the picture because I ran out of time, but I think I know when this started too. Ties into what we talked about with the Facebook groups. Somebody sent, you can go to Disney or order online and get kids Buzz Lightyear gloves, helmets, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And somebody started posting that, and all of a sudden, it went from one person like, oh my God, this is so cool. I got a Buzz Lightyear glove. And then 15 people went and bought gloves and sent the gloves. And then it started with helmets. So I think you saw a change from where it was signing photos to I've got to sign boxes of pops and, pieces of costumes.
This actually
Lightyear
ties in
came out
great with our address, flooding.
Buzz Lightyear came out with a pop, or actually I think 2 different pops this year. And as soon as they came out, that's all that's been going.
Because the address you write to is like Mad Cat Productions or whatever.
Boxing Cat.
Yeah, so it's an actual production address, like an office. Now imagine, you get photos and you lay them out nice. Here, Tim signed these, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, your mailman's dropping off
boxes and gloves,
boxes and boxes of gloves and helmets and stuff, and it just eats up space because I'm sure Tim comes in, maybe once a week and signs stuff and sends it out.
Yep.
But now that stuff backs up, and you have an entire room full of boxes of Funko Pops. So I think that's when it really started to change.
You pop people are ruining TTMing.
Well, my point of view is that I've gone a different approach. I've been watching videos of him doing signings for just IP guys.
Right.
And the first video that pops up is him signing those pop for 4 different people. He signed, I was counting them as I was just watching, 28 pops. You know how long the video was? 33 seconds.
Yeah.
He just rifled right through them.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They lay that stuff out, and he just bam, 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 bam.
He is a quick, and I watched maybe 5 videos today of him just signing. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's going to have a quick signature when he has 50 people in front of him throwing stuff in his face. And every video is him just boom with the M. That's what it looks like.
The thing that alarms
it's exactly what's happening at his production company. There's probably a huge conference table.
Yep.
He comes in and just goes straight down the line.
Yep.
Just like he just did 28 autographs in.
He never personalizes
seconds.
Either.
No.
He rarely personalizes.
Yeah, I saw a few where they were, but they were older. They weren't recent.
Yeah.
Hey, he will not sign his mugshot though from Kalamazoo, Michigan. He actually got arrested in one of my
Matt
buddy's
Peace.
apartment
I think he
complexes.
had a little fun, right?
Matt Piece. Matt Piece. That'd be a fun Matt Piece project. Mugshots.
Oh, there you go.
Just saying, dude. So like I matched
Can we
up.
do an episode without Matt pieces?
Dude, I've said it like
One
5 times
episode.
already this episode. So I also matched up his handwriting with the TTMing, and it matches too. So like it's him signing the TTMs until the flood, and you guys ruined Tim Allen. So congratulations, Facebook, you done it again. So yeah, that's where I sit. I think definitely authentic. Previously, I think all the evidence is there for it, and now we'll see. Okay, we'll do our official votes. Okay, are you guys solid with that? Or anybody got any more evidence to bring out? Okay, let's do our votes. So it's either definitely authentic, probably authentic, neutral, probably fake, definitely fake. First, let's do the old style TTMs. I'm going with definitely authentic. Chase.
Definitely authentic.
Mike.
Prior to COVID-19?
Prior.
Definitely authentic.
Andy.
Definitely authentic.
Okay, so after
And
COVID.
Troy, by the way, says they're definitely authentic.
Oh, yes, Troy did. Yeah,
He had
that's right.
voted earlier.
That's right, he did.
It
It doesn't count, though. He's not on the show. He lost power. Even though it's not his fault, he doesn't count. And now we're doing post-COVID. I would say probably fake. Probably fake. His signature's so simple, I'm saying probably fake. Chase.
I'm gonna say probably authentic. I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
You crazy.
Post-COVID.
Post-COVID.
Well, I got mine the same ones I just showed during the middle of COVID.
We're talking about this signature right here.
Yeah, that signature that's up and down and consistent. Like, you saw how different yours were.
Well, okay,
This
yeah.
is consistent.
If these are the ones you're talking about, I'll say probably not.
No, we don't. No, I don't want to talk yet. No, if you have something to bring to say those are authentic, bring it to the table.
No, I don't have anything for those. I'm just talking about.
Okay, that's what we're talking about because those are the ones people are getting back.
Right. I think
the fat ones that are up and down. They're consistently the same, not like crazy everywhere like his normal ones. I'm throwing evidence and trying to change your mind here while I'm asking you. What do you say? Post-COVID.
We don't agree with you, Chase. Look at these again. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
You can go
no.
neutral.
I maybe he's going both. Maybe because, like I said,
No, hey, it's no. If you think
It's
they're
fine.
out
If you think it's yours, you can.
I think there's some out there, but like those, those I don't think are. But
Stop bullying him.
Yeah,
Man,
I know. We're like,
Come on.
I know. We're like bullying the response out. You can go neutral if you
Jeez.
want.
Chase, go to the principal's office. Report this bullying right now.
So what do you get? What's your verdict, Chase? Post-COVID.
well, the ones
I think yours are authentic. I think you
ones
got
that I
yours in
got
time. He just switched
are
within the
good.
last month, was it, Mike?
I
It was like the
Yeah,
last month. He switched.
I'd say the last month and a half, people
Month and a
have
half.
been getting
I didn't see the other ones that look like those. So if they're all looking like that, then I'll say probably not.
There's a I mean, there's
definitely a
majority of them
different,
looking like
but-
that. Yeah. Okay, we'll go. So you want to go neutral, maybe?
I'll go neutral.
Okay, you go neutral. Okay, that's fine. We were going to give you hell if you went the other way. Mike, post-COVID.
post-COVID, definitely fake.
Andy?
I'm going to say secretarial fake because
Well, probably or definitely?
definitely
Okay.
because he is not going into that office as regular as he had to before because they're not doing anything.
That's another thing.
So why would he have to be in there? And he wants to keep up the persona that he is a good signer.
Right.
So
I think it may start back up later. I'm not saying the address is dead.
once
I think
his shows get back on the air or he actually has to be in the office, sure, they're going to go back to normal. But I think those are definitely.
yeah.
I also saw there's an address discrepancy of where he was and where the stuff was being signed to. I saw somebody bring that up in a forum post. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh no, I was just going to say I think Andy nails it on the head. I don't think he's going in, and I think the people that have to go in because they're still working, they got to get the stuff out of there because it's eating up space. It's boxes and stuff, and they're just like, screw it, get everything out until, I think he'll start signing again once things calm down. But
Yeah.
I think what's coming out is just get it out the door.
Yep.
Definitely.
I agree. I guess we got one neutral, one probably secretarial, and then two definitely. So where's that sit? I guess definitely secretarial, right? Or are we sitting a probably? It's kind of in the middle.
I think we're leaning towards. I don't think we can say definitely because
We'll say
that's gotta
probably,
be, yeah,
probably secretarial. That's our verdict. Probably secretarial.
most likely.
Look for those tiny tails, the slant, and you're gonna get randomness with the signature. That's like I said because he's probably going through and just.
Yeah.
Don't buy the fatties.
Yeah, real quick. I'll show one thing that, like, this looks drawn. Like when we were talking about how fast he signs,
Mhm.
when you do this signature, when you compare it to this looks like somebody drew it out.
Like looking at a signature and trying to
It's
do it.
it's very slow.
Yeah.
Looks slow.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep. That's our verdict, guys. So take it as you will. I'm not saying we're right, just saying we're better than PSA.
We'll gladly take your money.
Oh, we'll take your money, guys. Yeah, send it our way.
Mike's got stickers.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna throw a plug. So we have a store now. I didn't have this in. I was gonna do this at the end, but we have a store now. I made all the products where we barely make a profit, like $1 on each item. So it's basically nothing. But if you want some swag, it is available. Let me go ahead and share screens here and show you guys what I'm talking about.
We got royalties on this, right?
Yeah, it all goes to the cost of the show, which actually they increase
That's
every
true.
month.
No,
We should have a contest.
Anyways, these these are available here. You can see them on the screen. We have a shirt that our logo, black shirt. Then we have collectors are a-holes with Mike. That's a mask. So if you want to walk around in style with a mask that says collectors are a-holes, you can get that. Then we have our our stickers and one limited edition sticker here. So we have Mike, Andy, Chase, me, Zane, Troy, and a limited time only ghost sticker of Mr. Schaefer. So you can pick that up. That's only going to be up for, we don't know what the limited time is, but
whenever he comes back to the show.
Maybe that'll be it. When he's back, you'll have the normal Stacy sticker, so you won't be able to get this anymore. So if you want the limited ghost Stacy sticker, pick that up. Then we have the logo mug and a cast poster. It's a 18 by 24. And we have cast stickers, which are $2, and then collectors are a-holes mug. So if you want to pick those up, just go to graphersA.com, click the store link, and you can purchase those. Again, we don't make hardly any money off of it. I tried to price it as low as possible. Anyways, that wasn't part of the scheduled show, but I wanted to talk about it since somebody brought it up. Moving on to Fanatic Feedback. And here are the questions. This is coming from Biggie Bird.
Hey, fellow addicts. This is Biggie Bird here. Got a question for you that I would like to have answered on the Autographs Anonymous website or show, and that is, how do you preserve your autographs? What do you keep them in? How do you archive them? How do you make sure that in 10 years they haven't gone bad? All the way down to what kind of pens do you try to have people sign with so that they don't smear, go bad, soak through, and destroy everything? Thanks.
And that question was from Biggie Bird. And here's the question from Rob P, which ironically is pretty much the same question.
Hey guys, how do you store your autographs? I have always used top loaders until recently when I've gone to the 9-count card sheets as well as sheets for 8x10s. So just curious how you guys store yours.
All right. So the question is, how do we store our autographs? What do we use? What products do we use? I will say for binders, there are collector, what's that one company?
BCW.
BCW. They're great for binder material and top loaders and stuff like that. All those places know that people store autographs in them, so they're like acid free, and you'll keep your stuff clean using those products. I would be like a little leery using some cheaper, like non-branded stuff, just because you don't know where it's coming from. Pony up the extra couple bucks and get something name brand. But when it comes to binders, there's a lot of crappy binder pages out there, And it's not necessarily like deterioration due to acid. I worry about bending. There's a lot of really crappy pages that are just like so thin. They don't offer any like sturdiness to the photo. Get a collector quality um, binder sheet, either 8x10. 8x10 are almost always collector sheets because people use the other ones for normal pieces of paper for like presentations and stuff. That's just not necessarily archival. Make sure it's coming from a collector company. What do you guys use? Do you guys use the same stuff? Just
Yeah, BCW Ultra Pro also makes them, but I use the 3. It's 1 horizontal and 2 verticals, 3 on the front and then 3 on the back, so I can get 6 4x6s and then 8x10s front and back. So
right.
just
and
use
the binder clip-ins.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, like the nine card pages you used to do with baseball cards.
Yep.
Same type of deal. Just like Zane said, pony up the cash and make sure you get quality stuff on that stuff.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not even worried about the autographs fading as much as I am the bending. Like if you go through your stuff a lot and it's not good quality, that stuff's going to bend because all you're relying on is the strength of the photo inside, not the actual page. And they will fall out of your binder. The rings will break a lot easier on that cheap crap too. Andy, what do you use?
Well, I actually been buying binders. Actually, BJ's sells a sturdy, like 3-pack, 3-ring binder that's like, was that like 3 inches, 4 inches? So I've been buying those. Those are actually holding up pretty good. Now that I've started to get into the 4x6 photos, I actually just been buying like regular photo albums because the picture slides in, but it leaves a little gap on the side so you can mark the person's name. Because I don't like writing on the photo themselves.
Be careful with that. Some of those cheaper albums are like really bad quality. I've had a lot of stickage with old photo albums. I don't know if the modern ones do the same thing, but I've used photo albums from like the 90s, and like you get that those
with
pages
the film
sticking
on
to
the
the
outside.
photos. Yeah,
Okay.
like, and definitely don't do the scrapbook albums. It's the worst thing you can do. That glue sticks to the photos like crazy. It's not technically glue. It's like adhesive or whatever, but I would stick, like I said, if you have to do photo albums, if you have so much crap that if you buy the pages you'll go broke like Andy, then you can do the photo albums. Or if it's the lesser items, maybe you don't care as much, but like do as much archival like collector stuff as possible. Not to mention it helps out those people that are running those companies. No, they're not hurting right now because baseball cards are on fire, but you want to keep those companies around so those materials are always available to you. Chase, welcome back. What do you use for storing your autographs?
For like cards, they're in my sets. The signed cards I put in penny sleeves, and then I put those into sheets. I've got extra cards that I don't have in my binders that I put in, same thing, penny sleeves and top loaders. And then for photos, I just put them right into the nicer sleeves.
Now, I will say there's a couple things we need to talk about here. If you're framing something, putting it up like Chase has behind him, make sure it's not in direct sunlight, and just know that there's a good chance it may fade over time. So if you're putting in a frame like that, you don't put something worth like $5,000 or something in a frame, and just that kills me because I'm like, dude, there's a good chance that item could be ruined in like 10 years.
And if you can, put a mat there so it's not touching the glass.
Right, that's another big thing that will stick to the glass over time. Also on pens, we don't have much control. I live in the middle of nowhere, so like I'm not with the celebrity when they sign. They sign with what they sign with. I don't have a lot of control over that, but Sharpie's always the best go-to on a lot of things. On baseballs, there's a big, we're not even getting that conversation because it goes a lot of different ways. You're almost just gambling on luck if a baseball fades or not. People swear by Sharpies, people swear by pens, and I've seen both sides presented, and both sides have arguments, and I've seen both sides go horribly wrong. Always try to get a Major League Baseball that's leather, not the pleather stuff from China. That stuff will always fade. that's pretty much it on in a quick summary because we got to go. We're running low on time. But thanks for the questions, guys. We appreciate it. And if you guys have a question, go to Greffers AA and leave a Fanatic Feedback. You can record on your phone or on your desktop if you have a microphone. Again, that's Greffers AA. Click the link. All of our links are there. Just go to Greffers AA and have fun. There's a million links you can click. All right, Reaper Report, real fast. These are the people that passed away in the last 2 weeks. This is Horace Clark, Herman Cain, Wilford Brimley, TTM legend, and Alan Parker, Kamala, the wrestler, and Trini Lopez. So that's a list of people that passed away in the last 2 weeks. Promotion time, and we'll go with Andy.
Yeah. My only promotion is I promise I am actually going to make a video. I've come to terms that I can't show everything on here. So if you're going to watch my videos, you're going to see lesser stuff, lesser names. Well,
bring on those mascots.
Yeah. So eventually, no time frame. I am going to make a video. It's probably going to be super long because I have looking at like a stack about that of just cards that I didn't show on here, but that I do want to show and say, hey, these people signed.
For sure.
There's one guy, well, I'm promoting that I had to send to just because of this face that this guy is making. I mean, look at this guy. So, so is he gonna see stuff like that because he signed like 6 of those for me, and I just keep staring at him, and he's looking at me this whole show, and that's the reason I really sent to him because of the picture, and he just looks. Never mind.
If you like oddball stuff, definitely subscribe to Andy because he gets the great oddball stuff.
Yeah. My mind is already still working on a few because my plate project I did a few years ago is starting to pop back into my head. So I might actually do that. And I have a beer glass collection I was thinking about doing.
Ooh,
I'm
glass.
always thinking.
You're doing glass through the mail, man. Oh,
I'm going to try it. I have a few ideas of who to send beer mugs to that are popular for that. So.
Could be fun. Go check him out, guys. graffersaa.com and click Andy's link. It'll take you to his YouTube page and subscribe. All right, Chasey boy.
Right here, Chasing Ink on YouTube. I got like every Wednesday is my Q&A Wednesday. This week's Doug Draback, so check that out. I recently hit 300 subscribers, so thanks for any of you guys who subscribe. I will be doing a giveaway soon. I just don't know what, when, how. So just if you're not signed up, go sign up and subscribe so you can jump in on that when that happens.
Totally. Mikey.
There we go. Autographs for a cure. Thank you.
So check out Autographs for a Cure, guys. Link again is on the website graffersaa.com. So for me, actually going to plug my YouTube channel, not my store today. I already plugged my store, but whatever. Check out my YouTube channel. That's Zane Savage. Just type in Zane Savage and search. I'm going to have the link up on the website soon. I should have it up by the time this episode comes out. So I'm actually doing TTM videos again. If you want to see my TTMs as they roll in, I can't promise it's going to be daily, but like as they stack up a little bit, I'm going to do a video. I've been doing a lot recently just because I've been excited about it. But as we all know, excitement tails off after a while. So go check that out again on YouTube, Zane Savage. It's on Graphics AA. The link will probably be there. All right. And check out our store. Go buy some stuff if you want. We don't get a lot of money from it. It's like $1 per item, but it could be fun for you guys.
Sell out of all the Chasing Ink stickers.
No, dude. We need to sell all the ghosts.
No.
There needs to be a bunch of ghosts out there floating around. These are, I think they're decal stickers too. So you can put them on cars. I think that's what they are. You have to read up on them. I don't want to say that and that not be true. Read up the description.
If he outsells all of us. Oh, man.
Oh, dude. Well, Stacy will, dude. It's limited time only for the ghost. All right, guys. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. And you take care, all of you autograph addicts.